You're listening to TUSDPillars, part of the 150-year celebration of Tucson Unified School District.
University High teacher Meg Tully walked through the door of Tully Magnet Elementary School for the first time recently. We interviewed her as she toured the school named after her great-great-great-grandfather, Pinkney Randolph Tully. Pinkney Tully's son, Carlos Hopkins Tully, was superintendent of TUSD for the first graduating class at Tucson High in 1893. Meg's father, Mike, and mother, Chris, worked at TUSD as well.
Like I said, I'm the sixth generation of my family to live in Tucson, and one of many that has worked in the district. Obviously, TUSD is my family business. Not only did Carlos, my great-great-grandfather, work in education as the superintendent, but more recently, both my parents worked for TUSD. My father worked in 1010 as an administrator for several years, and my mother worked as a classroom teacher for 41 years in the district. And I now work at University High School. I've been there for 7 years, and I anticipate spending many more there. So we got the family name from Pinkney Tully, who is my great-great-great-grandfather. Pinkney was friends with Carlos's father. They were Masons together. And when Carlos's father died in 1865, Pinkney adopted Carlos as his own. He then sent Carlos off to college in Santa Fe, where he got a great education, and then instead of going to San Francisco or St. Louis or somewhere else, Carlos came back to Tucson to help develop the urban community that was emerging in the Arizona territory. He became part of the Tucson families, which are Mexican-American families that helped to establish Tucson as an urban center when Arizona was still a territory. And Carlos worked as an advocate for the Mexican-American community. He used his education to create Spanish-language newspapers, to help establish the Arizona Daily Star, to help establish TUSD, and I believe he was the superintendent of TUSD from 1891 to 1895, during which he oversaw the first graduating class at Tucson High in 1893, which was the first graduating class from the district in Tucson ever. And so I really have a sense of pride and a sense of legacy and a real connection to the district. And so, I mean, I look forward to spending my career in TUSD and building upon the successes of my predecessors and my ancestors. I am planning to continue to work in education. I'm actually going to get my master's in ed leadership. So hopefully I can potentially come and work at Tully someday down the road. We're always looking forward, looking to new ideas, developing new programs, getting into new things, reading new material. So that really, I think, is the educational legacy of our family, the type of students we have been. TUSD has had some issues in the past few years, but I think they have a lot to learn from a place like Tully Elementary, where there's a really equitable access, there's equitable achievement here, and I would really like to see TUSD continue to grow, to thrive. I'd love to see all of our schools be as strong as our top schools, because what's happening at Tully is just outstanding. I can't tell you how impressed I am. I also hope to come back to the school, periodically to connect with the kids, see what else they're doing. As the principal said, they're always adding new things, trying to stay relevant, and that's really exciting. So in 5 years, 10 years, regularly throughout my life, I want to come back. I might even send my own children here down the road. If I'm an administrator, who knows, maybe I'll come back and work here. It's just interesting. The door is open for many opportunities, but Tully will always have a special place for us.